Giddy up, guys. Thanks so much for tuning into WagerWise Network. I'm Cowboy, back with another First and Goal. Today we're heading to Lawrence, Kansas, David Booth, Kansas Memorial Stadium. November 28th, Black Friday, 12 p.m. East Coast. Kansas Jayhawks hosting the Utah Utes. Currently, the line is minus 11.5 for Utah, over under 59.5. This did open up at 13.5, open at 58.5. You see the market coming on Kansas right now. Listen, before we talk about this game and pack our bags and head out, we got a word from our sponsors. What is Overtime? Guys, I'm signed up on it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It's a crypto sports book with no KYC or limits for players. It's accessible anywhere in the world and offers everything from a traditional bookie would have. Live betting, same game parlays, player props, thousands of lines for over 20 sports, plus way more. Now, the biggest difference here is, guys, and this is where you need to pay attention, you can never get banned, blacklisted, or even refused a payout on Overtime. Why? It's all on the chain. You can bet with cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, Bitcoin, stable coins. Signing up takes just a few clicks. Guys, I figured it out. I am by no means a crypto bro, nothing to that level. You can use your email, socials, crypto wallet. You can even fund your account with major exchanges like Coinbase or Robinhood. So how do you do it? You click the link in the description and check this out. You bet $10. If you use that link, they'll send you a free $20 bet. I'm taking all my crypto action here, guys, now. I got all my boys using it. So hit the link, sign up, get your free $20 bet. You got nothing to lose. Make sure you guys click the link and get on Overtime. These videos are going to be a little shorter than most folks. I kind of preface that. We're on vacation. So listen, we have this at 12.5. So we're kind of right on the means. At 13.5, I really thought the market was going to come up and buy Utah here. Utah is in a control its own destiny situation. I shouldn't say that entirely. They might need a little help to get in the playoffs, but they're right there on the cusp of making the playoffs. I'm feeling computer ratings, if BYU wins and then loses to Texas Tech, I feel like even though they beat Utah heads up, Utah would jump them in the rankings and be Tech and BYU, or be Tech and Utah in the championship game. So Utah can only really sit and wait is what they can do at this point. Ironically, it's just not a rivalry game. I don't understand why this game would be played in week 14, 15, whatever we're in right now. I would have thought you would have saved the Utah BYU for this week, and it would have made for fireworks had that been. Utah looked vulnerable last week at home. 17.5 point favorites, 16.5 point favorites against Kansas State, and it was all they could do to sneak out of there. And I don't think anything wrong with Kansas State. I think Kansas State's going to be pretty good next year, depending on what skill levels players come back. Their line's going to definitely be better. But I didn't expect them to play that game so tightly. I thought Kansas State would be competitive, but I didn't know it'd be that competitive. Kansas, on the other hand, they are playing this. If they win this game, they do make a bowl, and that is some motivation for not the players necessarily, but more the program as a whole. Players probably are done with the season at this point. Yeah, you don't have a ton of seniors though, so you do have an opportunity to go there, win one more, and then get those extra practices in, which is so big to a program. Even with the transfer portal going on, it still is a scenario where you want to continue on. At home this season, they haven't been bad. Big black eye against Kansas State, big black eye, and that's it. I mean, they lost to Cincinnati at home, but they played them rather tough, and Cincinnati at that time was kind of cooking. They weren't Cincinnati now. Other than that, you've looked good at home. On the road, you've been vulnerable. This is a home game. Market likes Kansas. If you pull up all the numbers, Utah's dynamically better in virtually all of them. That's no secret there. That's to be expected. There's a couple things that Utah is weak at. You can run against Utah. You can't get explosive plays against them, which is what Kansas likes to do. Kansas is a very explosive team. But you score a majority of your points on the run against Utah. And the other thing that Utah is relatively weak at here is their field position. They put themselves in bad positions. Defensive red zone conversion rate as well. Teams are able to score on them in the red zone. That's not necessarily something that Kansas has done well. Their offensive red zone conversion rate's 119th in the nation. Lance Leopold versus Kyle Whittingham. I do like Kyle Whittingham overall, and there's no doubt that Utah's got the more talented roster, especially up front. Utah's offensive line, we have them 8th in the nation right now. That is one hell of an offensive line. You can kind of pave a way behind them. If this got below If this somehow got below 10, I would be an absolute buy in Utah. But we're kind of sitting in that purgatory zone, that 11.5, where you got to make the decision. So I'll go ahead and take the home team here. Give me Kansas plus 11.5. These teams, as we get closer to the playoffs, they might have their eyes too forward. Although it is kind of concerning because Utah did get that wake-up call last week that, hey, we're not just impervious to, beating the shit out of everybody whenever the shit we want. We can be vulnerable. And I think Kansas might have enough firepower to keep up with their offenses as well. So go ahead, give me Kansas plus 11.5. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. 4 minutes, 18 seconds in the book. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and I'll catch you guys at the window.